Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wrestle Talk with David and Pops. We're going to be doing our World's End predictions for Saturday, December 27th.
All right, we'll get it straight into it. We have the 0 Hour Tag Team match Sisters of Sin versus Heian and Maya World.
Okay. Am I going first?
Yeah, there's going to be no confidence points on this one. Just
Oh,
because
there is?
just a one match thing.
Okay. Then I am going to have to say Sisters of Sin.
Sisters of Sin. All right, I'm also going with Sisters of Sin, even though Heian and Maya World are. I think they're eventually going to be signed to the company.
I think so. They had that match last night, and they did pretty good. But
They did great. These matches are not in order. It's just what I copied them down as. We have a Mixed Nuts Mayhem match. The Death Riders versus Tony Storm and the Conglomeration.
I'm going with Tony Storm and the Conglomerate. Oh, you were supposed to go first.
No, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Tony Storm and the Conglomeration for you. How many confidence points? 1 out of 8.
That 1 out of 8. Oh shit! Because I wrote down 9. Shit. Hold on. Hold on.
Well, while you're doing that, I will go with the Death Riders.
6. Right.
I'm going Death Riders for 4. And you went the Conglomeration for 6.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Put that
Now I'll let you go first. This next one.
Oh, thanks. And so considerate of you. Next up, we have Gabe Kidd versus Darby Allin. I am going to go with not my heart here, obviously. Not my heart at all, because everyone knows that I'm a big Darby Allin fan. I'm going with Gabe Kidd. Kidd needs more. He needs more. He needs it more than Darby does. Darby has been losing a shit ton, but I think Darby will elevate Gabe Kidd to a point where, Gabe Kidd doesn't need the elevation, but he could use it a little bit in AEW, aligning himself with the Death Riders to begin with, and then going into all of this. I think I'm going Gabe Kidd for 2.
I am going to go with Darby, and Darby for 7.
Jesus, that's a lot.
I agree with what you're saying and everything, but I can't see him have been away for this, a little bit, and he was just getting out of the hospital. That could also press me to go the other way, but I think that, yeah, Darby Allin, because my numbers are all screwed up, so you just got to remember that.
Next up, we have the Chicago Street Fight AEW World Tag Team Championships on the line. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang. You go first on this one, pal.
Oh, okay. And I'm going to go with FTR for 8.
FTR for 8. I'm going FTR is one of my favorite tag teams. But I think it's time for the Bang Bang Gang to take those titles. And no, go ahead. What were you saying? Go.
Why I went with it for being my most points is because of the fact of the matter is, like you say, the Bang Bang Gang does they do it. It's about time that they took it, but they've already been champions. This and that,
And so is FTR for.
I know. 3 times. FTR's been in just as many as, yes, but I don't think it's time yet. for Bang Bang Gang because they need to have everybody together before they start having titles and stuff. You
Well,
know what I mean?
that's why I chose Bang Bang Gang because this is a prediction for me is that I think Jay White is returning. I think that's why it's a Chicago street fight. I think Jay White will return. I think Jay White will be a part of this match, and it'll be a big pop. Hopefully, it's later on in the night or earlier on. Either way,
Right, right.
I think that'll determine if Jay White will return as the placement of the card where this match is. All right, you ready for the next one?
Wait a minute. Give me one more second. And Derby. Okay, let's do it.
Tag team match. The AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. The Babes of Wrath, the champions, defending their championships against Monet and Athena. I go first. And I gotta say, Babes of Wrath are on a tear currently. So Babes of Wrath are my pick. And I'm going 6 points on that one.
All right, can you just go back up and let me know what I did for the it was the not the mixed nut, the first one, because I had that
6.
Yeah, I'd like to change that to 3, and I would like to go down here and change that one, the Babes of Wrath, to 6.
Well,
I'm sorry, that was a technical difficulty on my paper because I had it down as 1 through
gotcha.
9.
It's fine. All right, so we both went Babes of Wrath. Both of us went for 6. Gotcha. Next up, we have the women's AEW Women's World Championship. Jamie Hayter versus the defending champion, Chris Statlander. You go first on this one.
I'm going Chris Statlander for 2.
Chris Statlander for 2. I'm also going to go Chris Statlander, even though, honestly, this has the potential of match of the night on any card. And I'm going Chris Statlander for 3.
All right.
Match number 6, we have the Continental Classic semifinals. Kyle Fletcher versus Jonathan Moxley.
You go first.
I go first. This is a tough one. But Mox has been losing way too much.
I was just going to say that. That's why I went.
My confidence point is not high. It is a 1. So.
All right. For the same reason that he's been losing all the time, I'm going Kyle Fletcher because of the fact of the matter, they don't seem to want him to lose, and he is probably one of the best they have around. And I think they're just want to set up really for 4. They just were really trying to set up something between him and Kenny O, because the Bucks aren't wrestling for the rest.
Rest of the year. So I only have 2 confidence points left. Okay. All right. So we got Okada versus Takeshita. This, honestly, match of the night. These two, whenever they go at it, is just pure greatness. I don't know, like anything else to say. Student versus teacher in some ways. You go first on this one.
All right. And I'm going to go with
Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah, I'm going with Okada. And for one, because this one, you don't know who's going to win, and I used up all my good points. Anyways,
right, so I'm going to go Takeshita for 7.
Okay, you got your big numbers left. I got the little
Or
numbers.
no, actually, no, I'll go Okada for 7. So, and then for the bonus point for the finals, this obviously we don't know who is going to be in the finals, so this will be a bonus point. So my bonus points will be Jon Moxley versus Okada. Yours will be Kyle Fletcher versus Okada. And that is a bonus point. There's no confidence points on that one, just like the 0 hour. There's no confidence points.
Now let me say something. Okay, they're all in that same group. That's why I kind of went
Except
down
for
with
Jon Moxley.
Kyle Fletcher, right? For Fletcher versus Okada. That was what my thinking was with that was. Isn't Okada the one that is then kind of like almost getting away from them?
Kind of, yes, but Takeshita is also. It's also Takeshita and Okada have both been. Okada's been butting heads with a lot of people. I think if Okada drops the championship to either Kyle Fletcher, Jon Moxley, Takeshita, because technically his title is on the line at the end of the day, so I think that's where we start seeing the disbanding of Okada or one of them to get away.
Right. Exactly.
In our main event, it's an AEW Men's World Championship 4-way. Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, the champion, Hangman Adam Page, and MJF.
Now, I can't remember if I got 4 or 5 left.
I don't know, dude. 5. You have 5 left. I have 8 left.
5. Okay. For 5 points, here's the pick of the night. MJF. I love him, number 1. Number 2, way too much. He's given up the ring. He's coming back. I think that it would cause more. I mean, I know that all the rest of them really hate him and they want to get rid of him and this and that, and that's what's making me feel like MJF's going to take it. So then he's got all these different places to fight and fighting, and Swerve is going to go up. Swerve's going to go back at what's his name, Hangman Page and stuff like that. So I think MJF would be the best bet. But that's just
it has been a year since MJF has held the AEW Men's World Championship. He lost his reign to Samoa Joe at World's End last year. So that's why I'm going for 8 points MJF. I just think, that segment that they had on Dynamite where he's just getting choked out and he's getting this and he's, all this stuff is happening. I think that is just building. And nobody wants MJF to win, but they do want MJF to win at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That was our card. We'll quickly run back down. The 0 hour tag team, there was no confidence points. We both went Sisters of Sin. Sisters of Sin versus Heian and Maya World. The match number 1, the Mixed Nuts Mayhem. The Death Riders versus Tony Storm and the Conglomeration. I went Death Riders for 4. You went Tony Storm for 3. Or Tony Storm and the Conglomeration for 3. Match number 2, Gabe Kidd versus Darby Allin. I went Gabe Kidd for 2. You went Darby Allin for 7. Chicago Street Fight, the AEW World Tag Team Championships. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang. I went Bang Bang Gang for 5. You went FTR for 8. The AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. The Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. We both went Babes of Wrath for 6. The AEW Women's World Championship. Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter. I went Statlander for 3. You went Statlander for 2. Continental Classic semifinals. Kyle Fletcher versus Jon Moxley. I went Moxley for 1. You went Fletcher for 4. The other semifinals for Continental Classic. Okada versus Takeshita. We both went Okada. I went 7. You went 1 confidence point. The bonus point for Continental Classic finals. John Moxley versus Okada for me. You went Kyle Fletcher versus Okada. In the main event, the 4-way for the AEW World Championship, Swerve versus Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus MJF. I went MJF for 8. You went MJF for 5.
There you go.
Stacked,
There you go.
stacked card.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Definitely a stacked card, and those were our predictions. And hell, it's going to be a good night. I just can't wait. This is World's End.
And we will be talking about World's End on Tuesday, December 30th. The last Wrestle Talk of the year. Make sure you be there. Twitch.tv/Ragtag Entertainment. We'll be there live talking about World's End and doing a lot of end of the year stuff, talking about all the awards that were given out and all that kind of jazz. So we hope to see you all there.
That's right. So peace, love, monkeys, guys. We're out of here.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. We'll see you in the next one.
All right.
Bye.